Hello, everyone. Great to have your company. Here we are again on a live, and believe it or not, I'm only 3 minutes late this time. We should be taking bets as to how late Janice is going to be. But it's been a busy day. I've had another busy day. In fact, I've been busy for the past 2 months. But it's all good. It's all good. And there's even more coming up in the next few weeks that I need to tell you about at another time, but not now. So hopefully we'll get some eyes on. I've got my glasses so I can actually see what's occurring. And then when a few people join, I will introduce you to my brand new range of stamps, which are launching tomorrow on Hobby Maker. Let me just flick my hair out the way. Right, let's see who we've got on here, because I can bring up your comments here and hopefully see you all. Show on stream, so we can show the comments on there. I'll take that off for now and go to that one. So hello, everyone. Do you know what's nice about this? I was setting up my Restream, because that's the program I use, and it was a bit glitchy earlier on. I didn't turn off my notifications either, so let me just do that whilst you're on there. It was been a bit glitchy, so hopefully it's going to work. Hopefully it'll be okay. So I can't see who's on here at the moment. If I go to that, that will show up. Oh, hello, Dawn. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. To see you nice. I think all your other comments will start coming up there. So do let me know who's watching, and let me know where you're watching from. Right. So the past couple of weeks, what's it been like? It's been very busy. I was at Sandown, which was a great show. By the way, my hair needs curling again. Look at it. I was at Sandown, so that was really busy. That was a good show down in London, so stayed a couple of days away for that. Then it was the NEC, the big one. So we set up on a Wednesday, and then we go all the way through till Sunday. Huge thank you to Claire Hammer, who came along and helped with the make and takes, which was lovely. I did them on the Thursday and Friday, and then Claire came along on a Saturday and Sunday to help, and we were absolutely jam-packed. We were busy from the first make and take at 10 o'clock to the final one. I think we even did one at 4 on both days. It was that busy. So it was lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for all your comments as well. It's always nice to get feedback and see pictures from people that continued those make and takes when they got home, because they bought the postcards, for example, from me. So I got a lovely email that I put on my Facebook page the other day from a lady who took the make and take concept home, and her 10-year-old son, he did one as well, and he absolutely loved it. So it's great to know. It's great to know that what we're doing and what you're engaging in, you really like. So watch this space. There are more workshops coming. The one in Inverness went incredibly well with Lou Sims and Julia McNeil. That was really busy as well. So it was great to see everybody I think we had about 30 people. So it's a lovely day. And again, we've got great feedback from that. So that's really nice. So yes, watch this space. More workshops are coming. Hi, Janice, watching from Yorkshire, says Glynis. All the way up north. Oh, sorry, that's the plate. Millie's just had a dinner. Right. So you have joined me to have a look at the brand new stamps, right? And I have them in hand. So these are different. Okay, so you've got to go with these. I love them. The design team have done some amazing samples. They really have. And I'm going to show you just what it's all about in a moment's time. So let me get the glasses on, because this is where I go back to there. And I need to play you a little video in order for me to change my camera around. Let's see if I've got 30 seconds to do it as we introduce you to the Curious Doors. There you go, it works. It works. We're on the back camera. And I've also got my ring light with us as well. My other light blue. So yeah, that's not too good. More lighting on its way, more lighting on its way. Let's just try and change that. Now, I know these are in the packaging, everyone, but we're going to take you through these one by one to let you know what they're all about. And I might even do a cheeky little demo as well. Okay, so in this collection, which launches on Hobby Maker tomorrow on Thursday, these will be available on my website after that, but not until. We had a sneaky peek in the group Timestamp Creations, and if you are a member of that, you would have been able to get your mitts on these a little bit earlier. That's what it's all about when you join Timestamp Creations. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of stamps, and if I just lift this up here to get the full image, you've got a set of masks as well included. Okay, so let's take you through the curious doors. Now, these are all photographs that I've taken, and they've all got a story. So this first one is the Grand Door. Now, this door is in Switzerland, and it's in Basel. When we went to see the girls play football in the Euros, Jen and I walked and walked and walked and walked around Basel, and all around Switzerland you get free water. They've got these free water hydrants. They're absolutely fabulous. So we needed a drink. So we went up to the hill, to the monastery, and we were walking along the cobbled streets, and this door really stuck out. It had a sign on it saying Jim. Not Jim the person, but Jim. But it was really all about the mind, how when you're working with your mind and you're being good to people and kind to people, that it's going to reward you in such a way. So this is the Grand Door, and you've got 2 sentiments with this. This door does not divide spaces, it divides moments, and doors are proof that endings and beginnings share a hinge. And that's where your plaques come in. Now, I've oversized the plaques to fit on the door, and you'll see on some of the samples how they work. With the masks, I'll tell you about those later, okay? But that's the Grand Door. Now, these will be available individually, but they are available in a set. So that's the Grand Door. Lots of texture in these stamps, guys, for you to create some really nice backgrounds. Okay, the next one is, this is the old wooden door. Now, this door is in Leicester. It's down Pocklington's Walk near the courthouse. It's a big old door. And we've got 2 sentiments. What lies beyond already knows you're coming, and old doors remember every hand that knocked. So that's the second one. The third one is the garden door. This is to a walled garden in Norfolk. It's actually a door to nowhere. There was something behind it, but all it is, it's a wall near a walled garden. It's fascinating, and it's got this rope in front of it. So a door to a walled garden keeps wonder on the other side, and some doors don't hide things, they preserve them. Talking about preserving, this door, and this is the 4th door in the series, this is called the Vine Door. We walk past this every day on a walk. It's the most curious door because I don't know what's behind it. It could be somebody's hobby shed. It could be something that's just got machinery in there and that it's just left for years and years. And that's why the vines have grown up it. And this is Vines Don't Climb It, They Guarded It. We parted once for a dreamer, we might again. So that's the Vine Door. So you've got 4 stamps, which are the doors. And then you've got the plaques. And I don't have the printout for the plaques. I don't think I did that. But with the plaques and the masks that you've got, the chains detach. So you could use the plaques as is, okay? And I'm going to show you some samples on exactly how this works. If you can hear Millie in the background, she's having a lovely time running up and down upstairs, which is great. Okay, so let's go for the samples first. Let's have a look at the old wooden door. This is a sample by Claire Hammer. It's absolutely fabulous. I love this. And you can see here, this is what it's all about. Stamp the stamp in different colours. Don't just go for black. Use different colours. And this kind of comes from my childhood when we used to live. The council used to come along and paint the door and the drain pipes of the house. And they all used to be a different colour every 5 years or every couple of years. And I was always fascinated by that. So this is like combining all of those memories. So use colour. That's a lovely, lovely sample. Let's see if I can get another one of that door. Can you hear Millie? She's having a right good old time running up and down. Where are we? Oh, here we go. Another one by Claire. Look at this. Isn't this lovely? Open up. Happy birthday to you. And that's the sentiment that goes with the plaques. So Claire's used some glossy accents there on the door just to highlight that. On the side, we've got that lovely scraping of ink. Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't you like to get that? Ta-da! Happy birthday to you. So that's a beautiful one just there. We've got this one here. Okay, and this is by using the plaques are oversized, and I wanted them to be oversized. Okay, so if I did them the size of the door in relation to the door, it wouldn't have worked. So there's happiness lives here, and you can see you've got that lovely rustic look. The door is actually red and blue. I'll pop a picture on social media later. Doors remember every hand that ever knocked. Isn't that lovely? You know, I think we should play some music in the background. Alexa, can you play some royalty-free jazz music? See what she comes up with. Okay, so that. Oh, yes, all right. Oh, it's the Apprentice music. Oh, well, never mind. It's a kind of like Curious Door music, isn't it? Okay, so that's the grand door. We've got some great samples there. Let's move on. Let's move on. And let's go to the garden door. Okay, so with the garden door, you can make some really nice little notelets. With any of the doors, you can. This was one I did yesterday using one of the stamps from In the Garden. So I put some tape around the outside, put the door in the background, put the oversized plaque on it, and then I did some flowers. That's like a really nice little notelet card, which is nice. Okay. It's interesting to know where the door photographs were taken from. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I've got a story for everything. Hi, Janice, and I'm getting better slowly. I hope you are. I hope you are. Alan, I hope you are. Hi, Janice. Hello. Watching from South Wales, says, is it Michelle or Michaela? Michelle, watching from South Wales. We've got Yorkshire, South Wales, Leicestershire. You're all here. It's great. And Jenny says hello as well. Look, there she is. Jenny says hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Jenny. So this is the garden door. Let's get some more samples out to show you. I've just got these in a box all ready for tomorrow to take to Hobbymaker because it is launching on Hobbymaker. Here's another great one from Claire. You can see highlighting how they look so different. So just using part of the door to do a little notelet, or using the whole of the door as well to make those really nice grungy looking doors and styles. Here's one from Jenny. Isn't this clever? And as always, Jenny always stamps inside as well. I really like that. So you can see here, we've got the wall on the outside. And if you have a look closely, you can see the text in the background as well. And that was using one of the masks that we have. So that's very, very clever. Love that one, Jenny. Thank you very much. Another one to the walled garden. I might find one as we go through them. Oh, sorry. Here is another one from the walled garden. That's on an envelope from Jenny. That's fabulous, isn't it? This isn't really curious music, is it? Let's just turn that down. Okay. Which is really nice. And this one, you might notice where the inspiration came from. Now, have I got my camera on backwards? I have. So let's go. That camera. Oh, I don't know how to mirror it on here. I do know how to mirror it, but I've just forgotten. I know. Go to camera settings. Hold the line, callers. Everyone hold the line. Let's go into settings. Let's go into video. That camera mirror. Okay, that should work. Let's go back to that. Yeah, there you go. 21 Baker Street. Very clever, that one. Very clever. And here's another one as well that Jenny did of the walled garden. Isn't that wonderful with the stitching? So again, lots and lots that you could do from here. Here is the previous door. I didn't show you this sample. Again, using the door at the bottom there that becomes a vase with stitching. Jenny's so good at that. So good at that. So we've had a look at the walled garden. We've had a look at the old wooden door. Let's have a look at the vine door. Let's have a look at some samples of this. Okay. Just trying to keep these really nice because these are all going on Hobbymaker tomorrow. Still got to work out what my demos are going to be. But all's good, all's good. Oh, there's another one, by the way. This one is by Glynis, and that was from the grand old door. Just using the middle panel. Isn't that clever? If I don't show you all the samples, they'll be on tomorrow on Hobby Maker. Right, let's grab some of the old vine door to show you. Okay, first of all, this one's by Claire, and she's used some vines around the outside because it's a vine door. Oh, let's see what people are saying. Oh, hi, Joe Venison. Your collections are so unique. Well, that's one word for them. Yeah, I hope you feel like that, because I just want to do things that are different, you know. And what captures my eye, and I've been looking at this door for days and days and days and days and days. So I walk past it most of the time with Millie, and I've always wanted to do something with it because it's so interesting with the vines and with the wood. Being able to knock this back, maybe use it as a background or something like that. And we've got two other great samples here these are both from Glynis. Aren't they wonderful? And again, you could get your knives, you could cut down there and you could make that open. Right, let's have a look at the grand door. We've not had a look at this, no. So this is the grand door, not the granddaughter, the grand door. I'll show you a couple of samples. This is a really clever one from Glynis. She's actually cut out, she's used the Wanderer and she's cut the frame out there. Can you see that? And then that makes a really nice frame, which is beautiful. Then we've got this one here. Imagine these on Halloween. I think these would be good for Halloween, anything spooky. You could make it look really, you know, put some webs on there and things like that. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because I'm terrified of the things that make webs. And now I'm looking around the kitchen to make sure there aren't any. No, there's not. But you could make that really nice and Halloween-y. I've got an idea for Halloween. Ooh, that's a way off. This really stands out. This is by Glynis. This really stands out. So it's actually stamped in blue and then on a green background. I really like that. Really like that. We'll move on because there's plenty more to show you. And I want to save some of these for Hobby Maker. That's one just playing around with ink. Just literally stamping it down, just putting some black on there, making it look a little bit grungy as well. So lots and lots that you can do with this. Lots and lots of things to see. You and me, you and me. Do you remember that? I got a handful of songs to sing ya, blues songs and do songs that bring ya happiness, no more or less. Do you remember that? Two people on guitar singing. I used to love that program. Right, happy birthday to you. Happiness lives here. These are the door plaques, and these are the ones that have. And if I go for my set, I'll show you what I mean about these plaques and the masks that go with them. Okay, so just to show you a couple of samples, you can use the masks as they are, but you can also use them on your makes. Again, from the ladies, beautiful use of those plaques, just putting something a little bit different in there. Isn't that cool? Oh, there's so much. I'm not going to show you all of them because I want you to see these on Hobby Maker, but let's bring in those plaques and show you how they work. Okay, so these are the stamps. And then you've got your masks. Now you have to use these very delicately, but when you peel those off, you can see that that is separate to the chain. So you can use them without the chains or with the chains, okay, to mask off different areas. And I just love those. They're oversized for a reason, okay, because I wanted them to look, if I had the plaque the same size as the door, it possibly wouldn't work. Okay, so let's just have a look at how we can use one of these. So that's your Curious Door collection, brand new from Timestamp Creations, and it will be on Hobby Maker, 7 o'clock tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow. Oh my days. Right, I've got to get myself organised. It's been a mad week. Right, I need to get, oh, there's my light gone off. Hang on. Don't worry, guys. I'll try and plug it back in. Told you I've got a dodgy light. Let's put it in there. Okay, it's come back. Oh, no, it's gone off. Hang on, it's because I moved it. Got a dodgy connection. That's what happens when you buy dodgy lights. Hold the line, caller. I'm coming back. Come on. Right. Ah. There it is. Right, don't move. Do not move that but I need to find, I've put my acrylic block somewhere because I want to show you these in action. Anyway, I'm still here. Let's, I don't know what, I think it might be, right, another light's going on. Welcome to my lives, everyone. This is what I do. I just walk around aimlessly trying to find things that I've put down. And acrylic blocks are notoriously difficult because they're see-through, but I've got some. I'm all right. Cooking with diesel. We're okay. Oh, there it is on the floor. All right, so acrylic block. These acrylic blocks from, I get these from Clarity. These are ideal for the doors because they're kind of just the right size. Now what have I done with the stamps? Okay, I want to go for, let's go for the walled garden. We'll do this with a couple of them because it's just a really nice technique. Do you know what? I've not even got my inks with me. Seriously. Right, I'm walking over. Oh, that was pens. They've just fallen over. Honestly. Oh, dear. The professional that is Janice Phillips on a live. Listen, I've been up since 7. I've been up to Stoke today. I've been with the wonderful Morphy Richards, and we've had lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Lots of things to tell you about, but not just yet. Not just yet. Okay. I'm going to get some ink here. So let's just hide that. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, hello, Tony. Hello, she says. How are you? I hope you're well. Very Wuthering Heights. Yes, some of these doors are a little bit sort of like old movie, aren't they, Joe? Yeah, it could be. I love Wuthering Heights with the guy who was in James Bond, Timothy Dalton. I love that one. Really affected me when I watched it. It's really like emotional. Okay, so I'm just going to use a sponge for this. I'm going to get some blue and I'm just going to dabble this along the top. Okay, maybe down there. And then I'll go for some green. Okay, we'll dabble this around the bottom area. I might even go for a little bit of orange. Okay, just put this, just randomly put it on there. Let's just pop some there. It comes to life when you spray it. That's exactly when you're going to see how much ink you've put on here. So I'm going to go for the spray. Move the card out of the way. Straighten that on my acrylic block. Hang on. You can look, I mean, you can see how good these stamps are made by Clarity. That's why I went with Barbara and the Clarity team, because, you know, Barbara's my friend, but they're just, you know, if you're going to go with anyone, go with the person that invented the wheel. That's what I say. And Barbara, of course, invented the see-through stamp, clear stamp. But also it's the quality, you know. It means a lot to them. It means a lot to me. Right, let's just go there. And these stamps would be great to store in your storage for crafts drawers, wouldn't they, Joe? Right, okay, let's just see. I'm just going to go through your comments in case you've asked any questions. So you pop that there, give it a little bit of a squish. You've got some water on there, and then when up, can you see how cool that looks? And then you've got that really nice sort of like, oh, it could be an old sepia colours, for example, you know, a little bit there just missed out because I didn't put enough ink on, but that's fine. I like that a lot. And you can use that technique with several of them. But let's try using the masks just to show you how they work. All right, and I'm going to go for the old wooden door. Again, I've walked past this door in Leicester so many times, and the colours of this door, I wonder if I could try and replicate it. It's blue and red. They're blue and red. I mean, when I say a big old door, it's a big old door. It's huge. Right, let me pop that over there and pop that on there. I did say I wasn't going to have a glass of wine tonight, but I think I might. So if Jane's watching, I think I might have a glass of wine. Oh, has anyone else got this bug that's going around? Seriously. It's an absolute nightmare, and it takes ages to go away. Right, we're going to use, which one should we use? Let's use the big one here. So we take the mask off, right? And you can see there that's attached, but it's not. So if we didn't want to have that chain on the door, we don't have to. Okay. I'm just going to leave it on just so you can see. All right. Let's put this on the wonk just there. All right. So that's on the paper first. Then we take the stamp, and I'm going to put some blue on here. I think there might even be green as well. Follow the lines round, you know. You can see that that's the wood there. Let's put that down the bottom. You can use one of the spot-on sponges for this if you want to. And we'll just go across there. I might be putting too much on. Less is always more. And a bit of red. Let's put a bit of red on. Oh, I know what's on. No, it's on tomorrow night, isn't it? What's the date today? The 18th. Hang on. Is it? Or is it the 19th? No, it's the 18th, isn't it? The Last Laugh. That's on tomorrow. Right, so that's got a bit of red on there and a bit of blue. Let's see how this works. I'm going to spritz it again with water. I don't know what music's on in the background, everyone. I have no idea. No idea. So we've put some oxide ink on there. And then I still need to get the ink pads. Tony, yes, you do. I'm going to sort some out. I'll get something sorted out. Okay, so place this maybe like so and press down and get all that ink moving down. It looks quite a nice colour, doesn't it? You see that? Shall I bring the camera down a little bit? That's better. That's better. That is on there just so that if I put the acrylic plate down, I don't lose it. So let's have a look. Oh, nice colours. And don't forget, there's still some ink on there. You can get that second generation. That's nice. Look at that. Just subtle and in the background. So always do your second generation. That's what I wanted from these doors, not necessarily using them with black ink, but please do. But I wanted them to be used, you know, with colours, because I think it's the textures in the grain in the stamps that make these look so fabulous. I might even do these demos tomorrow on Hobby Maker. I never know what to do. I never know what to do. I think I'm with Rosie tomorrow. And Rosie is a fabulous artist. She's so good. Go and check out her Facebook groups and trying to encourage her to bring out her own range out. Okay, so there's the mask. Let's lift this up. Don't use too much water when you're using the masks because the water might get underneath, but we just gently lift that up. Okay, we can wipe that off. Let's pop that back on there, back in its place. We will wipe this. Okay, Alexa, play royalty-free smooth jazz. I'm obsessed with jazz music at the moment, as you can see. Right, that is now going to go there. This is when I am going to use some black ink. She says, now walking across the kitchen again. One day, when I have everything in place and everything is good, it will be fine. But it wouldn't be me if I wasn't. I'm going to do this in black. You could do this like in a brown colour as well, but I'm going to go for black. I'm going to go in the area where we've masked out. Okay, so there. Remember, these plaques are supposed to be oversized. They're not supposed to be the size that they would normally be on a door. There'd be no point. You won't be able to see them. So let's do that, and we need a sentiment. Now, you've got a couple of sentiments with the plaques. Happy birthday to you, and happiness lives here. Okay, but I'm going to use the sentiment with this. I'll just pick one. We'll have a look at this. Pop that on there. Just give this a stamp. I've not used this one yet, so hopefully there's enough ink on there and it's going to stamp out. Old doors remember every hand that ever knocked, and they do. They do. Just remember to knock. There you go. You could mount that on some... This is what I've got at hand. This is, I'll tell you what. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Where's the other one? Match the day, match the day. Okay, so one has a sentiment, one doesn't. I could stamp over that, maybe cut the sentiment out and put it on there. Okay, so we've got two, right? I could put the sentiment at the bottom. Let's just try that. Hang on. Let's try that. Let's go for that, and then let's go for another sentiment that goes with the wall garden. I hope you like these stamps. It's something a bit different. Sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, are they going to like these? I need to stamp this out before I stamp it out because I've put too much ink on that. Yeah, I thought I had, just gently. I still don't know how much ink to use or not to use. It's just the way it is. So I can put that straight on there, or I could just put that underneath. So I'll put that underneath. Oh, okay. All right, I didn't press hard enough, but it doesn't matter. You get the point. So we can put the sentiment down there. That's me. I just didn't press hard enough on that. But here's the thing. This is what you can do with it. This is what you can do with it. Let's have a look. Da, da, da. This isn't jazz. Oh, well, bit of country. 2 envelopes. Let's bring this up, okay? You all know this. 1 envelope goes in there. Alexa, just play jazz.
Here's a station you might like. Instrumental jazz on Amazon Music.
Why do you do that in the first place? Right, okay. Let's take these. I don't have any glue, but here's the thing. This is what I'd do. I'd pop that on there, and I'd pop that on there. I could get another card to back it, but then I'm not going to stick this down, but can you see where I'm going with this? You could open that up, and then that would open up, and then you've got the 2 doors inside. You could, yeah, you could even cut them out as well. Maybe tuck one in there, tuck one in there, and this is where you could keep your makes, like so. I would stick that down, and then you could open that up, and you could keep your makes in there. I'm just going to get a drink of water because now my throat's tickling. I've been talking all day. Now, I wonder. Can you do them in colour as well? No, forget that. But do you see how they work? It's about using colour, I think, and using them for texture. You know, sometimes they don't have to be the focal point. They're just in the background, and you can build some great patterns with these. I just really love them. I really do. And I like to see people using different colours with them because they're old doors, they're character doors, they're curious doors. The original name was character doors, but then I thought, no, curious doors, because when you see a door, you're always curious as to what's behind it. I think so anyway. So that's the new collection, everyone. It's going to be on Hobby Maker at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. I believe I'm with Rosie, but I'm not quite sure. So excited about that. It's come around ever so quickly. I hope you like them. I've got to work out some demos for tomorrow, but I might do something just like this because I think it shows off the doors really well. And then they're going to be available on my website to buy. What's tomorrow? Thursday, probably Friday, or after the Hobby Maker show. So not available. If you're part of the Timestamp Creation group, they were available at pre-sale. That was part of the group. So if you want to join Timestamp Creations, the Facebook group, please do. We've had an influx of members and it's great. And everyone's sharing their makes. It's a friendly place to be. It's a private group, so ask to join. And then I'll say absolutely. So again, if you want to stamp these in a colour, if you want to stamp these in black and white and then colour them in afterwards, I'm going to do one more. So I'm just going to do one more. Let's pop those to one side. Remember to use your envelope because they're pretty cool. Let's go for one more before I go. Let's go for this one. See, even I like playing with them. Thought you were going to get rid of me then. Not just yet. Not just yet. Let's just go for this one. Okay. And I'll stamp this in black just so you can see. See how it comes to life when you put the ink over it. Let's just get rid of the Hobby Maker thing. Get rid of that. Brand new ink pad as well. Woohoo! I think these doors as well lend themselves to not really making contact with all of the paper, because sometimes you want them to look a little bit dreamy. Let's put that down there. With your acrylic plate, you can just bounce it in like that. And also have a cheeky peek. Has it worked? Yes, there you go. And then what you can do, if you've got some watercolour pens, like these, Koi, green, bit of, maybe a bit of light blue, maybe that colour. You can add a little bit of colour here. So I mean, that's quite bright, but why not? Why not? Brings the door to life, doesn't it? And you could sort of like mix in a lighter colour, going over the ink there, down here. Maybe put a bit more of the darker colour in, because it was all different colours the door. Just do it random. Don't think too much. If you are a colourist, then think. If you're not, don't think too much. I'm just going to use a lighter colour here. Let's bring this camera down a little bit so you can see. I just make it up as I go along, really. Let's bring that down there. There's some colour behind there, isn't there? Bring that down there. So that colour's in the door. Probably blend that a little bit better. These aren't alcohol, these are watercoloured. But that blends quite well. And then you could get some green, for example. You could go around. In fact, you don't really have to go around the individuals. You could just colour it in like that, because the whole door has got the vines over it. Kind of gives it that look. Down here. Vinage. Love a bit of vinage. Down the bottom here. Maybe along there. So from, you know, your black image, just using your watercolour brushes, you can come up with something that looks pretty cool. And then, this is number 10. That's the number 8. Get your gel pens. Get your gel. That's number 5. Number 10. I don't know why I just don't buy all number 10s. And then make sure that's working. You could just highlight maybe just different areas, or highlight some of the, I don't know, I'm just randomly going over this, not doing anything in particular, just to add a little bit of white here and there, just to highlight some of that. There you go. White just makes things pop. You don't need a lot, because it could just be the light reflecting on the door. You could just, you know, highlight different, or just put a little thing, or maybe put a thing there and a lot there. That's a bit of green coming down the door, just seeing some more ivy. Not being too precise here, just putting that on. And then the white just makes it pop. I just randomly put this on, you know. It kind of makes it pop like that. So yeah, adding colour really, really works as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow on Hobby Maker, where we can play with our doors. So thank you very much. And what I'll do is I'll bid you adieu. I'll play you the video again. Thanks for watching, guys. keep looking out on my Facebook, because I'll let you know when my next live is. So from me and the Curious Doors, just before I go, I'm going to have to try spraying the door with water and dabbing with different watercolours or distress inks. Yeah, please do, Jenny. They look amazing. Right, I'll bid you adieu. Thank you very much, guys. And I will see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on Hobby Maker. Good night, guys. Bye.